We are going to replace the alternator on the V6 Mitsubishi Outlander. That is going to be valid from 2007 to 2015, maybe even 2020. I'm not exactly sure. The alternator is at the front of your engine bay, right here at the top. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the serpentine belt down there. Now, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a DIYer. So I'm going to show you how I do this. For all the mechanics in the room that are watching, you may have a better way to do it. It's because you're a mechanic and I'm not. Before you start, disconnect your battery. Under the car, you'll see that right there, that looks like a top of a nut, the hex nut. That is where you're going to put a wrench on and you're going to pull it, and that will loosen the belt for you so you can get the belt off. So as you see here, I got a 17mm socket in there, the breaker bar, just so I got lots of room. See, as you turn this, see how the belt gets loose? So once you do that, you can pull the belt off, just like that. Take your belt out and inspect it for cracks. And if you find any cracks in it, replace it. This belt was replaced about 1.5 years ago, so I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm in a little bit of a rush, so I'm just going to go and get at the alternator. Okay, so looking at the alternator from underneath, right up here is a 14mm bolt. If we go to the top of the car, you'll see one there too. Okay, looking down from the top, it is right there, that one there. So looking at the alternator that I'm replacing right there, that's where it is there, and then on the bottom right there too. So that's where they're going to be for lubrication. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to loosen the bolt there that it appears the ground is on, and then we're going to go and work on getting the harness plug out. We're going to do this before the alternator is out. The bolts are loose, but it's not out yet. All right, there's a third bolt that has to come loose. I'm going to try and get my phone up there. See where my ratchet is? It's along the back of the alternator. It's really hard to get at. But after trying different ratchets, different extensions, I got at it. So now you're going to loosen that. I'm taking the other bolts out. There's still one electrical circuit connected, and that's the that harness modular plug, and that's just because I couldn't get at it. All right, so we've loosened and removed all the bolts for the alternator. The alternator is loose and it's resting on top of the AC compressor. So now we're going to go and take out that clip right there that my helper has his hand on. You push in and pull, just like that. And okay, right there is a clip that you need to take off. It's a 10mm because it holds a couple of electrical wires. All right, once you have your alternator all disconnected, here comes the fun part, is trying to figure out how to get it out, because it's a very tight fit. So sometimes it's like a puzzle to get it out. So let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, so I got the old alternator out from the bottom. I loosened the AC compressor, and then I got it out the bottom. So now I put it back up. I'm securing it with the bottom 2 bolts here first. I'm going to put the AC compressor back in, and then I'm going to tighten up the top. All right, now you're going to work in reverse. So we connected the wires again, put that bracket back on. Now we're tightening the top bolt on the alternator. And then we're going to put the AC compressor back on. Okay, so now we got everything back in. So now we're going to put the serpentine belt back on. So same thing as before. You just pull on that to loosen the idler, and then it'll go on. Reconnect your battery. All right, we're good for a test now. There we are, 14 volts. All right, I hope that helped you. As I said, I'm not a mechanic. This car would have gone a lot faster for somebody else had they known that they have to remove the AC compressor. But we got it all in order. Thanks for watching.